and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the WardiTV Monday number 20. Oh my god, your weekly dose of WardiTV action. I'm of course your live VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all. It has been far too long. It's been a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, for the past couple of weeks, we have been busy covering other events. It was last week, of course, that we were casting the Little League Cup group stage, and we missed out on WardiTV Monday as they did clash. They did overlap against each other. But now we're done. Now we have wrapped up Little League Cup. We have wrapped up Master Coliseum. We can now finally jump into some WardiTV action. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Offside Esports. It is Rex. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Chilean Terran player himself, the Teal Terran. It is LucianO. Hi, papi. It has been far too long. If you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series, who will claim the win. Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat as we dive into our first series of the night. Here we go. As we do settle in. Again, exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we'll be going over the bracket after this series. We'll wrap up the series first, then we'll indulge in the bracket and all those updates and where this leads us and where we are headed. Ooh, we'll get there. We will get there. For the time being, it has been far too long since I've casted LucianO. LucianO, of course, he is a pro player. He's a GM here in the Chilean and the Latin American scene. I think the last time I casted LucianO was actually during the MC show match, if I'm not mistaken. During the MC SCL StarCraft Evolution show match, where MC played against one race of each, one player of Latin America from each race. I believe LucianO was the Terran player. I believe Zerg was Ryojin and Protoss was Draconics, if I recall correctly. I might be misremembering a little bit there. Oh no, sorry, Eon. I think Eon and Ryojin. Yeah, they both played. They both played. So it's been a while. It's been since December since I've casted LucianO. So I'm great to be back at covering him, and I'm curious how he compares to Rex. Rex, of course, who has been on that grind. Rex is mainly a caster nowadays. He does do a lot of casting on his own channel. So big shout out to Rex. He does a lot of content, but of course he's still a competitor as well. And I'm always reminded of Rex in WTL. Like Rex, he was my MVP for WTL, where he would always rock up with a crazy build and he'd be able to catch big players off guard, players like Cure, players like Raynor. Those are the two series that do come to mind. Rex versus Raynor and Rex versus Cure in WTL were amazing. Again, Rex, he's a very creative player, very smart player is what I will say. And yeah, we'll see how they compare. See how they compare here. At least when it came to, at least when it came to the prepared WTL format, Rex would always come in with like a cheesy, crazy build to try to catch out a pro player. But here in these open tournaments, we should be seeing some more standard play out of Rex instead. Well, we'll see. For now, Reaper does slip by. Does get behind the mineral line in towards that natural, getting a full scout, confirming no additional gases are being taken. Reaper taking some hits, but the Reaper will get away. We'll slip away here in the end. Likewise. Oh my god. So we have our initial opener here, 1-1-1 into an insanely fast fusion core. The C, where are we going? There's a lot going on right now. The CC does float towards top right. The Viking is on the way. The Overlord is coming in for the scout. No, we can't deny the scout. Nothing shoots up. There's no Marine, there's no Cyclone, no nothing, and the Overlord will see everything. We'll see the CC floating elsewhere, and we'll confirm the fusion core. This was supposed to be a surprise, supposed to be a big fight thing out of left field, but alas, it all gets scouted. What's happening, Pi? What's happening? Anyway, crazy BC rush. Rex is aware he's coming in for a Ling scout, and I'm concerned for LucianO. He's racing by Comio with his Hellions. Lings, they do flood in. They try to get us around. Hellions do cut back well enough here. They are pinned though against the wall. SCV is going to be going down, getting one, soon to be two. Yeah, 2 SCV kills, 2 Hellions as well. These things are going to be cleaned up, but they confirmed that the fusion core has not been cancelled. There's no cancellation on the fusion core. Let's go. Here we go. As we are going to be settling in and calming things down. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Sorry. My mistake. It was 2 weeks ago. It was the 6th. It was the 6th of January where we casted Little League Cup instead of WardiTV Monday 17. That's it. So it was 2 weeks ago that we missed out on the Wardi Monday because of Little League Cup. And yes, it was last week where I was not in good condition to cast. that was after the intense like 24-hour cast that we had during the weekend, where my throat was really sore and I could not cast. I should say that's why we skipped out on the morning cast, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't overexert myself, and I wanted to make sure I was 100%, so we missed out on the Wardi cast as well. Yes, that's it. So we missed out on last week, and we missed out on the week of the 6th as well because of Lily Cup. So again, we've been missing out on some of these Wardi events, but now we're back. We're here to go. Ooh, Hellions are going to be shut down. Likewise, we have the Spire on the way from Rex, going to be rushing into essentially, yeah, I was going to say 2 base meter, 3 base meter here out of Rex. No scouting, checking LucianO. He has not seen enough. BC does teleport across them. Yo, we got the classic skin. Let's go. Very sleek. BC does wander in here, but again, the Spire is on the way. As we mentioned before, the Spire is going to be good response against the Corruptor production. If Rex is bold enough, we could actually go mass muta, overwhelm these BCs, and then counterattack across the map. So there's potential for mutas. Otherwise, Corruptors is going to be the more secure answer here to the problem that is the BC. The BC is going to be forced back. Likewise, LucianO diving in, getting past the expansion, headed towards that mineral line. Queens are in position. Alien's going to be forced back. And so far, Rex, he's doing well. He's doing well for himself. Oh, as Aliens, they bypass the main army. Oh my god. They do slip in. Drone's going to be going down. They line up. No! Oh my god. They line up 11 drone kills. He's not done. We have one. Oh, we have another volley. 12 workers going down. Very nice counterattack here. The drones, they get roasted. And Rex, we have to calm down, Pappy. We have to calm down. The drone kind of still okay. We're at just under 3 base saturation. Meanwhile, LucianO, he's of course embracing mech. More BCs, or the second BC has arrived. Tanks are building up. We have Blue Flame on the way, Macfield accelerators as well. LucianO just embracing that mech style. And Rex, where do we go from here? I mean, for now, we're just stabilizing. We're just droning up. We're just trying to stabilize. Check the Corruptor count here. We have 2 Corruptors so far, soon to be 4. So no big investment into Corruptor. Likewise, no mutas either just going to be Corruptor Roach. As Rex is trying to maintain himself, trying to keep up. BC floating in. Does float in, takes down one of those Corruptors. Should be able to teleport. Yeah, look, that transfuse. Let's go. Does transfuse in time. Saves the Corruptor. Let's go. 6 more Corruptors on the way. That is a big investment, is what I will say. In total, we're getting up to 10. So 10 Corruptors, which I think is okay against 2 BCs. Oh, did I say 2? Sorry, 1 BC. 1 died. Uh-oh. My apologies. I did miss that. I guess 1 BC went down in the main. So 1 BC left here for LucianO. Aliens, they try to rush past the Roaches. They head towards the middle lines once again. They somewhat slip in. Yeah, 4 here towards the natural. 2 into the main base mineral line, but it looks like we're not getting enough done. That was a big investment here from LucianO, and he's getting how many drones? 5. Up! Oh my god, 7. It's okay towards the end. 7 drones. 7 workers go down. But Rex, throughout all this, is building up his army, building up more Roaches. Now, my biggest concern here, as we're throwing away Hellions, and maybe thinking, oh, you know, Hellions, they don't do amazing anyway, like in a head-on fight. That's kind of true, but they don't meant to. What are the Hellions for? To buffer and to protect these tanks. These tanks right now are very naked. They're very naked, they're very exposed, they're very vulnerable. They need some kind of buffer zone for themselves to actually get damage done on a Roach-based army. So that's my biggest concern, is we're throwing away a lot of the battle mech here, and Rex is going to be the first to max out. He's going to be the first to push. We'll see what is actually remaining here to help support the mech army. As a second BC has arrived. Gold base is being taken. Catching out one of the queens. Forces teleport. Do teleport back home. Fourth base now being taken. Rex is just taking his entire half of the map. Jesus. Triple expanding, going for the gold, going for left, and going for right hand side as well. Let's go. Does triple expand. LucianO meanwhile walling up, walling up. Rex is about to max out. Hive is on, getting into Adrenal. We do have Neural on the way as well. Neural for those infestors. Should soon be taking up towards a greater spire once we have the resources for it. Ready for that late game. Catching out 3 more Hellions. BCs, they spot the army. And LucianO, he's still building up. He's going double armory into double upgrades. There's that greater spire on the way for Rex. We got the spire coming. Oh, that's Wiles. Ooh, they do connect. Late reaction out of LucianO. Doesn't pull away in time. Does not pull away in time. Getting 5 SCVs. Shanna rotating. Oh, catching out some of the corruptors. Not bad. Good rotation. Good lock-ons. Getting 1. Getting 2. Ooh, getting 3. 3 corruptors falling. Very nice catch there from LucianO. It may not look like a big deal just because, I mean, there's not that many BCs, but really, oh, it's not. Oh, LucianO! Get it back to work! Oh, that's, oh my god, that's a lot of following SCVs. Ah, no. Oh no! Okay, okay. Whew. Okay, pulls back. Jesus. There you go. Does transfer over. Likewise, some okay lock-ons here. What I was getting at here is that he's not killing corruptors. He's killing would-be broodlords. Remember, the greater spire is done, and broodlords are going to be an option available here to Rex. So that corruptor count may come into play. Shannon pokes in. So far, good trades, good kiting. Lings are coming from behind. The Ling Bang going to be collapsing in. And catching out some of the battle mech. Falling back to the tanks. Tank line a little bit too far back. And that's going to be 2 tanks falling. Potentially 3. Up. Can he get it? Oh my god, he can. Whew, 3 tanks going down. And again, there's no tanks left. The position has been broken. We have tanks further back. But again, they're not quite where they need to be. And Rexy has done it. He's broken the back of LucianO. Takes down the tanks. There's 1 tank left, down to 0. Caustic spray on the CC. And LucianO is just trickling in. He just wasn't quite ready. That's a kill in the command center. SCVs are falling as well. And before we could really embrace that late game, Rex, he's done it. He has done it. Has broken through. Unfortunately, LucianO just wasn't at that tank count, at the high enough tank count to really like set up a siege line to defend these locations. Needed more time. And even though LucianO, he survives and he does force Rex back, I mean, there's not really much behind this. We're stuck with a 3-base economy. We're down to 49 SCVs, Lings, they flood in. The Hellbats, they can trade well, but what about everything else? What about the tanks, the Cyclones? GG gets called, and Rex, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Does take a lead in the series. Whew. And we'll see if LucianO can bounce back. Remember, it was a wild opener going for the fast fusion core into 1-1-1. Unfortunately, everything got scouted and Rex, he was prepared for it. But, I mean, there was potential, is what I will say. There was potential for LucianO. We'll see if he incorporates or if he embraces mech once again, or if we head in a different direction. We're here to find out. We're here to find out. Let's go. Just catching up. Shema, papi, Shema. Good to see you. Oh. Here we go. As looks like game number 2 is going to be on Ultra Love. Here we go. So we're getting into our next game. And we'll see if we can make a series out of this, or if Rex can take the 2-0. Ooh, again, I do feel like a big part of that win as well. I mean, Rex had a lot of momentum early on because of the initial opener and build of LucianO, which did kind of fall on its face. But I'm here for it. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Offside Esports, leading the series 1-0. It is Rex. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, of Ultra Love, we have the Chilean Terran player himself, the Blue Terran. It is LucianO. I missed the LATAM boys. I missed them, Pappy. I missed them. Speaking of, let's go. Once again, you know what? I always appreciate when some of the players, when they actually incorporate some of the more unique skins that we rarely get to see, like the BC, for example, or the workers here. I appreciate it. I think, for example, Shin. I think Shin uses the horny Ultralisk. When I say horny, I mean like it's just covered completely in spikes, completely. It's a spiky boy. But here we go. We do have a proxy 2-Rax. Let's go. It's going to be proxy 2-Rax. With this, we should be going for a bunker rush. Should be bunker rushing the natural, bearing in mind, no gases, so just mass marine into bunkers here. Now, proxy 2-Rax is not an all-in. This is aggressive, that is true. This needs to get damaged, that is also true, but you can transition behind this into a factory, into a CC, and get into a longer game state, depending on how much damage you get done, right? Like, it is contingent on getting damage done here on the low ground. So we'll keep an eye on LucianO. This doesn't have to kill, but does have to main. We go. As Marines are building up, SCVs as well. Because it's only 2 Raxes, of course, Rexy has to fight for his natural. He cannot lose it. Cannot lose the expansion. Ooh. But a third SCV comes in for a scout, and this makes it look like a proxy 3 Rax. Okay, really smart here. I would say mind games. The mind games are real. Typically, the SCV count is indicative of how many Raxes there are, but coming in with that third SCV, there's only 2 Raxes, so it makes it look like it's more aggressive and more committed than it really is. Roach Warren's on the way. Second gas guys as well. You can see Rex responding with what's going to be a Roach Rush. The bunkers are set. And the hatchery's under fire. And honestly, so far, LucianO, this position is looking quite secure. Very secure here. Going for the hatchery. Lair on the way. Oh, we're going for a 1-base all-in response here. I believe Rex, it looks like he is content by losing the expansion, and his goal here is to try to hold on to the main, and then potentially Nidus across the map. There's no Overlord. There's no Overlord here outside of the main base. Lair into Nidus would make sense. But as I mentioned, ideally against a proxy 2-Rax, you want to defend that natural, but we're giving up on it. And I'm pretty sure a big reason for this is because Rex believes it's a 3-Rax instead. Oh boy. Back at home, there's a transition. Rax is putting back home. Factory, CC on the way. Yep, natural goes down. And this is already good enough for LucianO. This is already, I mean, this is crazy damage. Now it's all about surviving the counter all in. Can he survive? Overlord is likewise in position. He will spot the roaches. Is aware. Here's where the roaches. Ravager's now morphing in. Lair is now done. There's the Nidus Worm. And LucianO, he needs vision in the main. He needs to see this. His Raxes are floating in. They, I believe, will not... Yeah, they won't spot it. They will not spot it. Ah, no. He barely can't see the corner of his main. Uh-oh. At least the depot. As the Nidus is almost done. It's getting there. It's either we need to get a unit here to scout, or LucianO needs to see the lair. Oh, he is moving his factory. Does move the factory. Does spot it, but there's nothing to fight. There's nothing here. Does he notice? He doesn't notice. No, he doesn't see. And it's going to finish. Nidus Worm, it's going to finish. And with that, Rex is going to claim this game and claim the 2-0. Roach is a flood out. Queens as well. And LucianO, he evacuates. He's going to try to get the hell out of here. Alas. Yeah, he forced to migrate over, lifting up all his buildings. And what can he do from here? Ay, ay, ay. The reality here is that all this is going to go down in the main. Even if he migrates over, he doesn't really have much to work with. Going for the Ravager. Boys are being pulled. Up, up, up. Decent kiting. Decent kiting, getting a couple of drones. Boys, they have arrived. Everything's floating over. But there's no production. Yeah, no, he finds the starport, denies the Banshee. Banshee would have been ideal here, but alas, Banshee is going to be shut down. Luciano, he gets supply blocked. Just unfortunate placement here for the proxy starport. And the problem here is that Rex can produce. Rex has no economy, he can produce. Luciano does not. Luciano, he has nothing here. CC's floating back over. Rex does find the position, does find the army as well, these vanilla Marines. And unless Rex gets surrounded by these SCVs, Rex should be fine. Like, there is potential if he gets surrounded, if he gets locked down. But that's really the only kind of scenario here. As more Marines get caught out. Production trying to land. Expansions on the... Rex taking the natural across the map. Let's go. And Luciano, he gets found. The production gets found out as well. Rex dipping back in. Picking up SCVs. Doesn't want to get surrounded. Marauders are on the way. Oh, good. This round gets one. Gets one roach. Boy, down to what? 3 Marines? 2 Marines. Oh, no. 2 Marines left, papi. Ay, ay, ay. The mutas have arrived as well to hunt down floating buildings. And there it is. GG Rex. He will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. What a series. What a series. GG well played. Rex, he will take it. He will advance on. My condolences to Luciano, but a shout to Luciano as well for having some wild builds, rushing into the BC in game 1, and here going for the proxy 2 racks. Unfortunately, Luciano, even though his buildings did scout the Nidus for him, he wasn't able to react himself. He wasn't able to spot it himself, so he wasn't able to shut it down. With that, GG. GG, well played. Otherwise, if he could deny that Nidus, Luciano would have been in a beautiful position. He would have had a greater economy. He would have, of course, been containing his opponents, would have been able to get into his factory production, a very different game state if he was able to shut down that Nidus. But alas, doesn't quite occur. GG. GG, well played. Rex will advance on into the next round, and the question becomes, who will face off against him in that second round? We are here to find out, papi. Oh my god. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. One moment as I quickly have to update it myself. I got you. As we switch regions over and follow Rex.